Hey, what's up, Gunslinger? How are you? I'll only have him at 2. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I gotta do that stupid one first. Full action and the multi-tool. That's good. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna run today. Seems like they've changed a good bit this morning, at least from last night. Those. Let's take all the good stuff off for now. What's up, parkour? How are you? Yeah, run crazy. Something, because I don't even have anything. Can't take any of my keys in or anything. Just end up losing them. It's cleaned out. What's up, Turtle? Limux. What's up, Bob? How's everybody doing? Fit this anywhere. Yeah, go up. Should be enough. Yes. A rig. Save one of them. What do we got that's junk? I need to take this and a multi-tool into Shoreline to get that done. I like how it's probably 2 or 3 days from the wipe, but I'm still worried about doing early game quests. I know there's a multi-tool here somewhere. There we go. What's up, Eldrick? What's up? Nut of Guns. Jet Superior, how's everybody doing? That's good, that's good. Alright. I have this junk. Take this SKS in, I guess. And there's Skitty. What's up, Skitty? I'm junk fest here. Hey, Jess. Not getting enough sleep. Oh no, sleep is important. Get more sleep. Sleep is good. I just need... .62, right? Yeah. We have something that's not PSP. Really, that's all I have is BS there. PS. Strange. Woke up 1 hour ago, already having a rough day. Oh no. Thank you. AK with the no mag. Single shot. What do we have in this disgusting thing? Where'd that magazine go first off? Why'd it go all the way down there? Ah, this doesn't auto rotate. What's all this? 545, 545. There's some BP. Cool, good. I just wanted some for that. When did I get a GL40? Putter and I ran a couple reserve runs last night. Yeah, Putter gave me this. I didn't actually use it yet. I only have 4 shots for it. We'll get rid of that today. Yeah, off-camera mining all the diamonds. Putter lost this yesterday, Tequila. I managed to snag it and get out. Have a thermal on it. We were up sniping on reserve. I was watching his back. He gave me a slick and a helmet. I ended up getting this out after killing a few people. All scavs, but we have some stuff for today. You can't use secure containers. I had a message this morning when I logged on, and it said I was refunded items because of new item restrictions. It won't let me put a secure container in my pouch. I have nothing in it. You can't use them anymore. So, like, you can't carry keys without risking them now. You can't do any of that without risking them. Yeah, it's a end of the wipe thing for sure. That just means that there's a wipe coming because they're trying all this goofy stuff. So I'm gonna hop right in. Actually, let me at least put a cold front on. I have one hanging around. Cold beer. Sorry, not front. I already feel my allergies acting up, so I apologize in advance if I sound nasally. I'm still going to try to run a couple quests today, even though we are obviously at the end of the wipe. I have to drop this SVD and the leather tool off at the shore on shoreline, so. What's up, Putter? Yeah, and we can't use secure cases. They're disabled. They all but confirmed the wipe on Twitter. Okay, good. We were right then. Not gonna play this game because it gets wiped so often. It makes it no fun to me. I think they were discussing at some point
to visit your mother.
the goal of having a character that gets wiped and then a character that never gets wiped. So kind of like a ladder or seasonal character and then a constant one. A persistent one, so hopefully that will be solved for you. It is frustrating, but at the same time, this is still such an early game in it's really in its infancy, and they're figuring a lot of this economy stuff out. And if they wouldn't wipe, things would it would be so frustrating to play because everybody would have end game gear no matter what time you started, and there wouldn't be a good way to catch up. But really wish I would upload my Tarkov runs. Whenever we get some nice ones, I'll upload them. Most of mine have been pretty garbage recently. I really wish I would have been recording whenever Putter and I ran last night because we had some good times with that. But I'll find something to upload with that. I just need it to be the right one. Either that or it's gonna be a medley of me getting shot in the face within the first 36 seconds because it happens often. I have a secondary channel where I've just been putting my full streams up. I just haven't gotten around to advertising it on the main channel yet. When you get Tarkov, when you get your new GPU, it is worth it. Alright, let's see if I can actually get this done. Yeah, Butter gave me 15-minute instructions on where to not shoot that GL40. I do not have a Bitcoin miner. I've never even gotten close to that. I've only seen 2 graphics cards in the wild. So, if I need to have desync on. I got a GPU in the building by the far corner of customs. The only time I found any of them was in that is it the IDEA offices? That's it. Yeah, I think the idea of having the wipe and no wipe characters would be cool. Because it'll satisfy both people. It's the same thing as Diablo having on and off ladder characters. It makes sense. I'm gonna get dropped trying to do this. I really like Shoreline. I like it for running with my newer to the game friends. It's easy to learn as long as you stay the heck away from resort. But oh, are they migrating to a newer version of Unity finally? I'm not even sure what one this is running. God only knows. 12.12. Jess, you're so... just every chance you get to make fun of the design decisions that they've made here. I'm still nothing but impressed that this is running on Unity. Like, you could not have... I don't know. I would not have believed that without it being confirmed everywhere. Like, I don't know. It seems so far out of that game's or that engine's even graphical fidelity for most other things that I've played. And the fact that it's been in development for so long too means that they started on it quite a while ago. And yeah. Some issues with that. Yep. Yeah, H3 is also on Unity, correct. Unity is quite nice for VR deving, as far as quite nice when it comes to the sense of getting it up and running easily. There's still obviously tons and tons of headaches, but from what I messed with between it and Unreal at the time, a couple years ago, was not nearly as friendly with the Steam VR plugin stuff. And I don't like the general... You can always tell an Unreal game with the way it renders, and I don't care for it anymore. I used to not mind it back in the Gears days when it first came out, but now everything just looks the same. Please don't get shot. It's like 3 days to wipe, bro. Just don't. Woo. It's by the boat, right? Yeah. It'll take a freaking minute to do this. Yeah, he hasn't updated. Anton hasn't updated in a little while, right? I know every migration is another set of headaches. Yeah, I gotta do this twice, Cernius, because there's the multi-tool and then the SVD. Or SV98, sorry. I think I had to move that. I probably just had to move, but... Pretty sure I hear somebody walking. Yeah. That's... Anton is somehow a magician with the way that H3 is still functioning. There's a cache down here. I never knew that. How are you even... Oh, you have to go in? Weird. Surely isn't a death trap. Toothpaste, perfect. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt getting toe sniped there. Don't even care. Have the SKS. I got them planted.
It's unlighted now.
I should have waited longer. I only heard one set of footsteps. I should have waited longer, though. There's always another one. I could have had that. They weren't even checking that direction. I didn't even care. I should still count for the plants. I just gotta extract at some point now. Use whatever your clients want you to use. What do you work on if you're able to share? Let's see. Probably just have to. Yep. Survive and leave. So let's. That would be in the best. You. Got them. A couple rounds shy on that, but that's fine. Water, food, heals. Back. I know that I have. Sometimes, Jess. I've more and more I'm warming up to it, but that stuff makes me anxious just because bringing other people on stream for audible things. That's just my anxiety though. What did I? Oh. I probably just lost that morphine. That's what it was. Don't have him. Ibuprofen. Good. I might have an S mark. I have an S mark. I should probably take him. Yep. Yep. Alrighty. Kind of want to be a nerd and take this into like interchange or something. I still have to kill scavs there. What other tasks do I even have? I ever play Fear on stream? That game is so old. I love it though. I finally found what I'm gonna do for my horror game. There was I think it's called Cobalt or something. It's a VR. It's a shorter experience, but it's got some decent reviews, and it was on sale. So I used my CS:GO knife money that I pulled the other day. Ambulances. Don't know. Hold on. Of course, it's not going to give me any more room with that. One second. Could be it. I think that's it. Don't break anything. So, our ambulances are outside of interchange. When's the next time I'll be playing receiver? I still need to finish that. That'll be like a weekday thing if I don't have anything else to do. That's more of a I don't exactly know when kind of thing. At some point. I don't know which one I even want to go after. Peacekeeper, we just gotta get out. I mean, you know what? I've got a somewhat of a scope. Let's just pick up a direct thread. Oh, come on.
Could definitely be all the drugs. Like all the best jobs I'm on right now. Woo!
It's so loud. So loud. Pick up him. Do I have enough for him? Literally $20 short. I'm not gonna need this for anything. Number 46 should be able to head on to you. Is the direct thread right? Or am I thinking incorrectly? move them out that way. Cool. Yeah, I mean, since I like it to be an expensive one just because it's loud and I want it to become like one of the hidden ones that only certain people remember kind of stuff. But, alright, now we're going to go into Shoreline again and actually try to get out. Things already still insured. Got plenty of bullets. I'm going to add Chris Vector as a block turn. It's I say it's fun to use, but I can't get over that Siege added a 308 version of it. That's so ridiculous. It just doesn't live up to the hype in real life. I remember seeing like the old, probably like Discovery Channel thing whenever they first brought that out. How amazing it was. They're using 45 so they could deliver actual payloads with the rounds and small explosives. I don't forget who it was. Because Mira has a 45. Yep, Lion has it. The V308. That's where it's at. Siege truly is a cursed game. Yeah, I was not happy when I saw that, but Siege is not what it used to be. I wouldn't call it bad. It's obviously successful, and it had its time, but it's just not what it used to be to me. It used to be used to be more grounded, not realistic. I agree there, but it was more grounded, and they've moved away from that. I wish they would have focused more on maps than ops, because I think most of the fun from that game as a semi-casual player comes from like not knowing the maps. But I think that's just most multiplayer games at this point, sadly, Eldrick. Sadly. I mean, it just, people get like hyper efficient with everything online. It's how do we do things the quickest? What's the best way to hold an angle? Stuff like that. And part of what made that game fun for me was whenever it first came out, nobody knew the layout of house. We didn't know you need to defend. You should leave one of the garage doors open and only reinforce the other one, and don't reinforce between kids' bedroom and stuff like that. You had to figure it out on the fly in like a minute and a half. So but that's like a not solvable problem, because you're like, oh, you have to randomly gen things, and you're not realistically going to be able to get something as high of a quality that's random generated. And even if you do random gen, there's still going to be a set of rules that people can figure out, and it'll be ruined at that point anyway. So Battlefield 4 is still fun. It is. I have to finish setting up our server for that. I have to get all the modded maps, or not modded, expansion maps and whatnot enabled. Yeah, I have due process, but I've not played it much. It was, I think the squatting up was a little bit weird when I last tried it. I looked at 0 Hour as well because it was on sale for a couple of bucks, and that game's in a pretty rough state at the moment. And this is out towards store. We'll see. Where was I yesterday? I was here. We were here. And then we did 4 hours yesterday. 2 of this and 2 of H3. Ready or not? I've not heard of that one. Let's see if I can go catch an eye on Villa. We had decent numbers yesterday. I figured everybody got the notifications. Who knows? I like being a butthead over here and watching the doors. Where the entrance is, it's probably covered up, isn't it? I think it's right there. Somebody ends up rushing it. The SWAT game. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that one. I'll have to look it up. I'm not gonna hang out here for too long. Just seeing if anybody's rushing it. Not that they would. Oh yeah, feel free to do that stuff, Jess. Again, I don't want it to be a burden. There's no obligation for that stuff, but yeah, if you want to, feel free. Not in a bad spot to even look down here. Thought we'd see scavs here this early. Cool. Well, I appreciate it. Pizza has been nuked. Microwave pizzas. So vendor dependent. We get Fox's pizza around here and it's so good, but I just don't think it microwaves well. What's up, Fox? Hello, hello. What is it? Die or extract or join to hear about microwave pizza. It's an important topic. Yeah, I used to be okay with cold pizza, but not so much anymore. I don't know. It's fresh or nothing, it seems. It's just rain, okay. Big fight up at power. Obviously, versus hopefully not. Unless your jaw seems to like it. Oh, it even tells me who bets against me. Nice. I don't know that I've had dominoes more than a couple times in my life. There's not a whole bunch of them around here. They just opened one up near where I work. Mostly been smaller places, Pizza Hut and like Papa John's a little bit more than nothing. But even that I haven't had a whole bunch of. What's up, Voicer? How are you? Or I even want to take an angle on this now. I'm not even going to bother going down to like Lighthouse or up to Resort. I'm sure I have Road to Customs to get out. Why is the optic off center? Yeah, I don't know. It might be because I'm moving. Yeah, compared to the front irons, it is a bit off, isn't it? Good spot to get whacked. Yep, there we go. Probably shooting at me. Don't know where. Yeah, these freaking raiders have me scared.
What's the big hurry? That's not like you. Take your time.
I'd say this is actually quite slow for me on stream. I've been becoming more and more of a fan of like medium rare. As I've learned to cook steak more and more.
Wonderful.
Terrible. Thank you, Christopher Content, for the follow.
It's high noon.
Didn't know Shoreline existed. Yep, we are running shore. I did the first half of the first Peacekeeper quest. I just have to survive and extract now. So, here comes the heavy rain. Had those aviators. I don't like the thought of really looting him because of where he's at, but why not risk everything I have? So what game is this? This is Escape from Tarkov. Let me get experience for that. Loot shooter. Persistent death as far as losing items if you die. I need to like find up somebody who's explained this in 2 or 3 sentences and memorize it because I never know exactly how to give a summation of it. I feel like everybody's just gonna be up fighting at Resort though, this late in the wipe. Big jumps. Realistic pain. What's up, 131? Rust, except pseudo-realistic. Don't have to spend 24/7 online watching your base. See, until I actually install and try Rust. That's not a valid explanation for me to give, I feel, because I don't know Rust. Which I am afraid to install and try because of those reasons. It's beyond toxic now. Is that a recent thing? Is that like because of the whole Twitch pump that it went through recently, or is it just in general as the community's grown? Main gripe with the game is EOD players. I mean, yes. They don't like. I have EOD. I don't feel like you get a whole ton to start. The biggest advantage is the traitor reputation you have, for sure. I'll give you that. That's a really big advantage. Edge of Darkness is the name of the highest paid edition. Yeah, I get stuck like a professional. Every time, man. Need to change that button. Don't think I got him. Don't go over there, you're chilling in there. Yeah, I mean, the extra starting equipment, I've never really played at the start of a wipe, so I guess my opinion's invalid here, too. But I don't see how it would be that big of an advantage. You don't get any amazing armor. You get a couple, AK-74 SUs. Oh, you did get him. But nothing, I think anything that will really change the course of the entire wipe for you. Maybe give you like an extra death or two to cover your butt. But depends on the fact. Oh, that's right. Now you get M4s. I don't think it used to be that way. 165. He's got something on him. The blast. Yeah, I don't think you used to get M4s. Everybody used to get the same. Hey, Vizo. Hello, hello. I should probably eat while I'm up and out. Loose Valve, thank you for the Prime. I think I saw you follow between yesterday and today, too, in my list. Yeah, 19 hours ago. Thank you so much for using your Prime. Yeah, I'm taking a second. I really don't think I need to be this careful since everybody is convinced that the wipe is coming, and they've all but confirmed it. I could actually loot these filing cabinets too and get some parts. Oh, I think our friend took them. I am actually going to be a complete rat this late and do this, so what do we get out of that? More hydration than energy. Just gonna eat here in a second. Oh no. Are those active? Sorry, I forgot to turn those off. View rewards, drops, no channel points. You can refund that if need be. Slow-mo, flash, and that are off. Sorry about that. Ooh, those are expensive. I didn't know they were like 60 grand. Yeah, that's only for H3. That's not in Tarkov. My fault. Perfect timing, 6. That sounds like it's out towards Road to Customs. I think I turned them off. Yeah, you can change your name on Twitch. think there's a limit to how many times you can per month or something. I just need spark plugs, I think. It's the big thing here. Hi, Pink Puff. Yeah, Spartan, the cases are disabled. We can no longer use them. Yeah, very, very close to a wipe. We can't... Usually we have, a secure container down here that even if we die, you get to keep what's in it. And, got a notification today that that was not available. I had been refunded the item due to new item restrictions, was the exact message. There is a duffel bag here, is there not? It did just happen today because I was playing last night and was able to use it.
Well, off to visit your mother.
Tell her I said hi. Right back. Eldrick. Somebody else must have been up there then. Strange. Alright, I think I'm just gonna move to extract. Since that's all I really need to do here. I just didn't want to not shoot anything the whole time. The vendors are not maxed out just yet. That hasn't changed. Wipe is all but confirmed. I think they said on Twitter. We had some hints from Pestily earlier this week. Saying smoke them if you got them. But, yeah, I think it's supposed to be by Thursday of this coming week. Do I ever play with a group? Do I always play Tarkov alone? I have a group of newbie friends that I play with that I've been teaching to the extent of my knowledge. Every time I've streamed, it's been alone, though. I feel like more of a burden than anything else, and I play in a group of people who know more than I do. And I don't want to mess with anybody's jive. I did have a good time playing with Putter last night, though. We did 2 reserve runs, and I managed to kill Sanitar with 1 hit, somehow. I shot him once with M61 from the tower in, or dome, and he died. It was a clean headshot. Putter sounded just as surprised as I was. Oh, I see somebody. Probably a scav, but... No, for a fact I saw someone. Jeff Bezos not in charge of Amazon. He is no longer CEO, or he is on his way out, one of the two. I didn't have a gas block to replace this one, that's all. Take that foul. I think he's just stepping down. It sounds like he wants to focus on... I didn't bother with him. It sounds like he wants to focus... Oh, that rain was so loud. On, like, the space stuff, or blue sky, or whatever it is. Whatever they're calling it. Guessing that was a player scav. I had 2 weapons, so yeah. 21. Headbands or hats, 6. I never thought I was a hat person, but I'm a hat person now because of long hair. Cutting it is not an option. You kidding? Yeah, I probably should have grabbed the mags, but was not thinking. That's not a foldable. That was him. Tasks. Still haven't done the 100,000 US$ crap yet, too. This is a customs one, right? Yeah. I need some markers. I think I have one or two hanging around. I'll need one more. Pull that up. Yeah, this is very, very late wipe. What tips can you provide a new player? Main issue is budgeting, never knowing what he should bring. Always feels like I can body someone and lose the firefight anyway. Yeah, from what I know, and I am not an experienced player, I'm only at like 400 hours, and not a lot of that is current Tarkov playtime. It's old Tarkov playtime. Knowing when to take the fights, when to run, knowing when to be quiet, learning when to move loudly. If you are undergeared, just don't take any fight that you aren't 100% sure you're going to win, if you can help it. Yeah, there's a lot to it. I should probably grab food. But I am probably not the best resource because I die a lot in this game. I need another marker from you. And I want to pull a map up for that. Tiger Safari. Tiger Safari. Who doesn't die a lot? Yeah, you're going to die a lot too. Just get used to it. Know that even high tier players die quite often. So, the first two are easy. That third one out by construction's a pain in the butt. I should probably top off my mag. If I even have anything to do so. Probably not the best to top it off with, but let's do this. Better. Cursed gun. Sprint all the time, bring the Chaos 23. Yeah, I could remove grips to save some space and whatnot, but I'm not hyper worried about it at the moment. Dobo, thank you for the follow. I'm trying to learn to just have less in my inventory that I don't need. It seems like you're a couple seconds behind, Jess. If you're on mobile, that tends to be it. Can you change servers? I think there are regions. I think you can set it to auto or specify? I'm honestly not sure. I've never bothered with that. Let me get diaper helmet. Alright, we're gonna go mark some armored vehicles. On desktop, Yeah, I think so. About 33. I would guess that. I just know I woke up this morning and got a notification that it was a new item restriction. Yeah, that's exactly it, Ethium, or Serenius. It's to, people can try, and obviously do. Not that I'm anywhere up on, high on the list on the Tarkov streaming category, but, better safe than sorry. What would you rate H3VR for a dude that wants to learn about guns? I'd rate it highly for that, for sure. I've learned infinite amounts about all kinds of different platforms. You're not going to learn much about the internals because you can't take them apart and stuff like that, but down to proper ways to load and unload, little minute differences between different models and stuff. It's very good for that. Oh man, I hate that Tawz. It looks like a Mosin pink. I hate that. Yeah, I would. This would be a good time to just kind of play with. Once the market opens up, I'm assuming they're gonna do that like they usually do. Maybe, and you can buy stuff for cheap. It's fun to like get a better feel for high-end weapons and whatnot. But I think wipe would be a better time. I had to just not finish the prediction. Is that up? I don't even know if I can manage that from my end. I've been selected to participate. Thanks, FedEx. Oh man, I'm just wondering because you're a quest player and the closest thing you have is contractors. If you're able to play on PC, yeah, I mean, there's no other gun experience like it in VR. I know Gun Club has, I think, a little bit more on the disassembly side, maybe, but it's not as present in VR, if that's understandable. The physics of H3 are really what separate it, with especially the reloading. I've not played Contractors in a while. That seemed to be a little bit more towards the realistic side, but... Eldrick, thank you for the gift out to Ethium. I think so, 6, but I've never picked it up to even try. I see some people still talking about it. I don't know. Yeah, I know Onward moved over for Quest as their primary platform now. So, and that dev was actually bought by Facebook. That dev is he one of the ones who went to Valve to go work for a while? Not like for Valve, but at the offices to get help. And it's just, that was a solo dev too, I think. Yep. Onward is now, Downpour is now owned by Facebook. I've heard that, Papa. What's up, Papa John? Yeah, I remember seeing all the hubbub whenever the Quest crossplay update came out, and there was a big PC graphics downgrade because of it, so I never really put a whole bunch of time into it. I liked the general idea of the game, but I don't know. Hey, Greystone. Hey, would think someone who was so obsessed with SOCOM 2 would have just loved Onward, but...
Wonderful.
Callum Turley, thank you for the follow. And Pavlov I've not touched in a while either. That was more my casual shooter, and I used to stream that a bit way early in my YouTube career, but not touched it much recently. Yeah, somebody just has a toaster, that's all. Okay, factory side. So I'm gonna hit the construction one up first. Find somewhere to be cheeky for a couple seconds to see where our opposite side spawners go. I don't think I'm gonna bother with Big Red. Strange. Early fighting. Favorite channel you watch right now. Keep doing what I'm doing. Thanks, Mistake. It means more than you might think. Looks like we caught the tail end of the rain. Steam machines. Those were, those sure were a time, weren't they? I mean, I can't knock Valve for trying. I think the controller was an overall success, even though it took a little bit of a while for it to catch on. Steam Link's cool. Better to have the option for that stuff than not to, I suppose. I'm glad that they dipped their toes in hardware to begin with, because I don't feel like we'd have the Index without any of that experimentation. Or maybe even VR in general, to the state that it's currently in with external tracking. But yeah, I'm mad at myself for not picking up one of those controllers. I've never had the chance to try one, but I've always been intrigued. And then they were even like dirt cheap before they were completely gone. I still hesitated on it. But financial situations were different back then, so... I think this is a perfect spot to get shot. I don't want that. I'm by 39. Backpack is ridiculous. Probably would have been served well to switch sites here. So bored at work, he started designing the internals for a revolver from Destiny. I'm more impressed that you were able to do anything close to getting it to work if you did. Because a lot of the designs for those guns are way out there. And don't even come close to being mechanically correct. I thought I heard somebody freaking scope up. Oh, Papa, don't worry about it. People got stuff to do. I thought I heard somebody scope. I should have went with my gut. Rip. I got 4 shells off, didn't even hit him.
Snake!
Yeah. That rain was just throwing me off. There goes my good kit. Yeah, no worries, Papa. Don't ever apologize if you're not here. I know people are gonna filter in and out. That's just gonna be what it's gonna be. And all that, but I never got any good armor. And I probably didn't get that one marked, did I? I did not get any of those marked, and I lost all of them, so I gotta buy them again. So, let's see. What's up, Jason? Labs is free. Yeah. I don't have... I just lost my only slick, so... I don't even see where I got hit there. I can decide what the heck to buy. I'm sure they are gone. Yeah, 3 million. I have 500,000. Level 4 it is. I don't think I even have any 5s that I can get. These are just all 4s. 3 ain't gonna do nothing for me. You mean flea market? So what am I looking? I'm obviously not going to find a slick for a decent price. What should I get under armor here that's not going to be junk? Hexes are 1 million. Troopers? Those are only 4s, right? A white vest, yep. Those are 4. Already purchased. I don't even have helmets either. Oh, I got diaper helmet, right? Thought I did. Where'd it go? That's weird. Did I not accept that? I'm probably just missing it somehow. Nope, I'm not. That's really weird. I 100% just got that helmet from... That's weird. I don't think I've been to your stream since you played the knocking noise. I was doing Phasmophobia. Watch YouTube all the time. What's up, Rob, your Twitch bits? Hello, hello. Be cheeky with that. Grab a couple mags. Is the best bullpup in this game? What one's that? The AUG is not. I don't know what best bullpup is. We have the MDR. Alright, who's gonna have mags for that? These should be good. Anybody? Jaeger sells that, doesn't he? He probably doesn't have the kind I want because I only have him to level 1. I need to sell to him. Holy crap. Probably don't have anything that he's going to consider worthwhile. Fuel. I may literally just sell all this stuff to him just to get him leveled up because I'm obviously not going to use it at any other point. I'm not going to go through this much fuel in that amount of time. Ash 12 is in here. I've not used it yet though, I don't think. Still only 200,000. Oh, just get it from the flea market then, I guess. This is gonna be too expensive, I bet. Yeesh. About maybe... That's a bit more my budget. Even then. Holy crap. Why is the mobile version always faster? I've always heard that it's slower. Alright, so I need a vest. Let's go with that big old bank robber. Yeah, we're doing good this time. Bandages. I swear I'm missing a helmet. 100% I am. Oh, I have some 61, don't I? I do. BPZ hunting cartridge. Go ahead and take that guy the heck out of there.
I have a brain injury.
Oh, I'm sorry to...
My brain is injured.
That's terrible,
Ow.
and I hope...
Ow. Take some extra bullets. Fill these guys up. Yeah, the redeems queue, since I don't use that in a proper way, I'm sure that's been a mess. Alright, I think we'll take this junk, not that it's gonna matter. It's just gonna get lost. Pain, splint. I have green bandages. I'm actually out of green bandages. Okay, one crappy Silua, so I need to take a whole bunch of cheese. I should take a water too if I have one left. Probably don't. I think I got rid of it. Mayonnaise it is. I'm so mad that that helmet's gone. I have no idea what could have happened there. Because I definitely had one of these in my redeem queue. And I did not wear it. In which case, we should buy something that doesn't obstruct my hearing as much. Not getting contacts, I'm going with skier. I like these better. Oh, I already had a pair. I need cold for front, cold for fear, cold fear. Killers. Alright, there we go. Now we look terrible. That backpack's bad. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Alright, oh, I need those stupid markers first, too. Crap. 3 of them. Because I didn't get any. Why they gotta be so expensive? And why not? We'll take a grenade. So very mad at myself for dying there. Oh my. Where are we at? 81, you guys are nuts. But yeah. So, we wiped this Thursday. Friday off. Be nice to put some heavy time into a first day wipe. I've never done it for this. Never have. It still hasn't been done, Jess. On the list. I've been meaning to spend a day cleaning some more of this stuff up and getting some of those things sorted, and it hasn't been done yet. Never feels like there's any time. If the work... Oh no, putter, oh no. It's sad. Is it Saturday and Sunday? Enrolling in networking, project management, parallel computing, and system programming this semester. I already feel the pain coming. Networking is going to be fun. Project management sounds terrible. Parallel computing, I'm not sure what that is. System programming. As long as it's not outdated. I don't have you doing C++ or something. If it's actual programming work. Like, I had a friend went to community college and he was doing some quite outdated and like I think it was older languages and then like command line SQL stuff that you just I don't think you do things that way anymore. What's up, Jaeger? How are you? Why are the ads on Twitch so loud? I know. It's lame. Parallel programming is asynchronous stuff. Multi-threading. Ooh. Are you going for comp sci or something else? It's interesting that networking was added into there. I used to work at Walmart. I have a year and a half as an electronics department salesperson from Walmart. I worked at Pizza Hut. Systems programming right down to the metal. Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah, no, that's the thing about Walmart is they don't really care about what your position is. They will pull you to do whatever is needed in the store. I would just not go to work if I got called to register because it made me too anxious. Lines of people waiting. I've only heard that. I don't have actual experience. I just keep hearing that it's an outdated language. Oh wow, actually in? I've never... I don't know that I've spawned inside a big red before. Freelance programming. I like actually that's a lot of respect to anybody who does freelance work as like their primary income source because I don't know that I could be unsure of what my next paycheck would be. And of course I always have the fantasy of quitting and just learning to make a game, but understanding that that's not going to happen as the WRXs would have to go. Other languages are more scripting. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't understand why. Let's see if we can boogie out south here. Avoid these irons. Thought I heard another step out this direction. That was terrible shooting, by the way. I didn't want to click the full auto because I would have been heard. I'm gonna give it 2 more seconds reload, then I'll move. Okay, maybe that's what I heard. That was a far off shot. Full auto with an unmodded FAL is a quick way to look at the sky or ceiling. I mean, I was directly in his chest. You could tell that he was not... He had not heard me. Which that was the loudest zipper I've ever come across. That was ridiculous. Mosin man. Oh, that's why he didn't hear me. Okay. Poor man was a level 4. Yoink. What? Oh, man. Alright, dude. You're killing me here. Get this stuff out of here. Well, actually, I'll do this. I don't care about you. Alright, I have a couple more seconds before I know that I've been here too long. Oh yeah, the black key card we found. Somebody put one up after I sold that one for like 7 million, so I'm thinking since there were none on the market, I should have tried to get a higher price, but it's whatever. Oh, that got a pack on too. I do feel bad. Almost shot at that thing. You know a guy who sold a red key card to Therapist because he didn't want to wait the 2 levels to unlock Flea Market? Oh my. How do I have the confidence to go around corner out of ADS? Because Tarkov ADS doesn't matter whenever people shoot me, so... I always like somebody use an instruct bot for bit redeems to delete items when people are playing Tarkov, and there's the clip of the guy who lost his Kappa case because somebody redeemed it at the exact correct moment. I don't even think I need gas analyzers. Come to think of it. What kind of poop is that? Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying that hip fire works just as well. Emergency water ration. Yeah, why not? I've been hitting those up ever since, was it Jason that showed me them? But I just have to come this way anyway. Because I need these tigers marked. Your PMC always has the weapon ready, so there's no accuracy difference. Just gotta do the old turn the dot on my monitor. Good, the action is at dorms. Did you see that grenade? Did you see that freaking grenade? That dude somehow underhanded that perfectly. I should just run. I did get one. I think, yeah, I got the one on the right. Keep getting jumps ahead of time and stuttering. Okay. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Robin. Raiders know how to airburst grenades. Well, that's good. I'm glad. BP to the chest. It looks like I got shot. I'm good, thanks. You using me as an excuse to drink soda? Oh my. And 50, yeah, so there, I'm broke again. Go get I have plenty of scotch next to me. I wanted to one-up it. I'm gonna go rat real quick. Do I have any? Who sells worthwhile slugs? Are these any good, or do I want to get grizzlies or something? Jaeger. I only have him to level 1 though. Oh, he has the grizzlies, okay. What are these? 70. SF slugs. Magnum butt shot. Right, Jason? Yeah, that was I got one kit and then I died to raiders, so Magnum buck. Yeah, there's the LEDs here and normal buck from him. Slugs 5.6, that's 20 though. Express. Probably don't have. We'll just go grizzlies. I got 49, like I need that many. I hate how this like tells you. Like, oh, this is how many you're gonna get. That's right, we gotta take it out of the hand. Pull that out. Oh, I have some Magnum buckshot. There we go. That is not bullets. Alright, I legit have nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna be aiming for legs, Ninja. It's gonna be a leg kind of situation, considering I have nothing. Some nice toes. No, please. No, thank you. There's nothing but raiders everywhere. It's all good. I have to get a message out of here anyway, so all good. Raiders' legs or everybody. Come on, man. I can't win. It's late wipe. I just can't win. I don't have any economy going, so I can't win no matter what. I need it, Ninja. I appreciate it. Labs used to be free. I didn't always take a key. I've only been in there a couple times. That is way... I don't know how anybody keeps all the maps in their mind. It's so much.
Snake,
I still get
try to
lost in
remember some
the
of the
default
basics
take and
of
hold map, man.
CQC.
Yeah, I have one of the friends I play with always wants us to go in when we find keys, and we instantly die. Ah, when it was beta testing, okay. Not 7. We played like super early whenever like the Discord first started, right, Papa? I remember playing with you guys a couple times, I think. Not labs, obviously. I think we played a couple. Yeah, when I bought this game, I can remember where I saw it first. I played once on customs, just died instantly and was done. Yeah, that's right. Your computer would crash every time you try to load anything because you didn't have like what? Only had 2 gigs of RAM or something. It's pre-alpha when all there was factory. I think it was just factory and customs whenever I played. I always get disoriented on this side. This is the side I need to be on though. I say he ran out and around. I don't think there's ever been anything like this. It's definitely its own feel and pace. We'll just give that a second. Used to be able to choose spawns, I remember that. He's just sitting there waiting. I think it was only like customs and factory when I started. I don't remember much else. I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere that way. Here I'm moving. Oh, the bead. right? Gav's up that way. I need to get where he is. Yep. I think people are thinking by Thursday.
It's high noon.
No, I'm gonna get rolled from another direction here, but come on. I do have a flashlight on this. I should have backed off whenever I saw his shoulder. I'm curious if I even hit him. Little Mac. I mean, whoever bent that I wasn't gonna die, you're dumb. Damage absorbed by armor. 267. Yes. So much.
Snake!
Yeah, the armor ate it all. Oh, I was a Magnum buck for the first 4. I was hoping to hit his legs. I don't even think I used any of the grizzlies. No, I didn't. I didn't even use any of the grizzlies. So, yeah, I have, like, nothing that I can run. I don't have... I have to do some selling. That's kind of dark, actually. Let's see if I can make friends to get my 100K, if it's still going on. I remember talking about varying my content on YouTube if I tried posting Tarkov yet. I've not done that just yet. I don't feel like I've had any runs that have been worth posting. Considering I've died every time I've gone in today, except for the one where I walked slowly through Shoreline, which is not YouTubeable. So, again, if anything at this point, it's just going to be a death. A whole bunch of deaths put together.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
It's my favorite. Or what is my scab's face? It looks like somebody pinched it in the middle and brought it all closer. But yeah. Yeah, I need to focus a lot more on this coming wipe on getting a proper economy up and running and keeping that stuff flowing, because this time it's obviously been armor. Not being able to keep armor. You can use shotguns again during wipe. Why subtle? It's like code in here asking me to say every meme that comes up. What are we even looking at here? I wanted to see all this is going on. I'm gonna try to grab any mods that are out. Mark 18. There's module XM8. That's just a file. Rename that to .deli. Guessing. Oh, I forget. Maybe there's something else we have to do with them. Someone's breaking into the house. Nah, Lady Jedi's starting dishes. Huh? Someone said someone's breaking into the house. Suffering on War Thunder. War Thunder is nothing but suffering. Jess, do you put... I forget the mods that you test and whatnot. If they don't have .deli at the end, are they going somewhere else, or do you just have to manually put the .deli there? I forget. Manage. So they just go virtual objects. Okay, I thought that. That's right. That's right. Thought that they went somewhere else. Thank you. Browse local.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Unfairer Frog. For the, oh, well, that's new actually. Same time that hit. Thank you, Unfair Frog, for the 4 months. Welcome back with Prime. And thank you, Canned Dog 2001, for the follow. Got those mixed up. This is if I even get a match here. I hit 10 minutes yesterday and I didn't get in to reserve, so we'll see. I don't want to waste the rest of my 20 minutes here on Tarkov waiting. Just checking other mods for H3 while we do just that. It's super cute for scavs. Yeah, I tried doing woods instead, but I didn't get any PMCs. I'm still learning the new woods. SAR, BFG. Vehicles? Someone's putting vehicles in? Osa's putting... What the heck? I just got killed by mines yesterday. In a woods. It's no, I've been kind of absent from that server, Jess. But yeah, I forgot that one like camp had mines around the outside of it, and I wandered too far in without getting hit once, and then got hit several times on the way out. Oh, check mode Tobe. Hey, later, Ethium. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, I generally wait for things to be posted in my server before looking too much. Super Shotgun Samuel. Just updated. We have the shot timers from Melancore too.
5 D's of dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
12 gauge. Oh. Just released and updated. Released on the 25th, updated on the 27th. What's up, Cole? How are you? We'll give us a few more minutes. I just might be wasting time here. It's 4 times 3 is 43. Browse local again. Super Shotgun Samuel. Alright, yeah, this is just gonna be a waste. Rip. Yeah, the 5D is expensive because we spent an entire stream listening to it. Yeah, I think that was around Winter Wasteland time. It was taking so long because there's a long queue for it. More scavs than PMCs probably. That's why I run in naked as a PMC and get it right. No secure containers mean nobody wants to play reserve. Nobody's risking those keys.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
You've been on servers completely solo? Yeah, the GPUs are... Jeez. They really did some interesting things with the economy at the end here. I'm wondering if they're testing stuff or what. The violet key card you were going to sell for 12 is now 3 due to no containers. My favorite part of the pre-wipe stuff is whenever croutons are the going currency. And people selling things just for as many croutons as they can ask for. Southern Tripskins, A5 instead of 2, blacklisted blooper rounds for 13. That gross PS. Some adrenaline. Oh. PS does the trick if I hit them.
Wonderful.
Thank you. TFD operative for the follow. We got about 15 more minutes before we'll head over to H3. Hopefully my camera's working after trying some stuff this morning. I don't want it. Encouraging scab on scab violence until we get the karma system. Green gunpowder. One of the good ones, right? Blue's cheap. And some juice. Check this case and then just go make a round. Nothing. BPO, can take his mags. I'm getting there. It was a tactical decision, I guess. I don't know. Didn't have the thought initially. distance. No armor. Foregrip. I've not seen yet. Alright. Go check those caches.
What was that noise?
Aren't we supposed to be getting scav, like, persistent skills or something too, where it matters that you level them up? These nuts redeem. I haven't updated any of the redeem sounds in so long. Every corner of this channel gets abandoned. Oh, Jess is drunk with power. Somebody was in here already. Got him. Skate rocker.
Hey Jedi, how are you doing?
I am doing well. How about you? Thank you for the 4 months. Welcome back. Subtle, 5 months.
Beans.
Beans. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Papa's getting 44 in a week. I've only been actively streaming for about half of that. Consistently. You can Yeah, that was back when yeah, we played Fallout 4 VR. I never finished that. I played it a lot longer than I thought I would. That's where we got some of the OG memes from. Activate Skeleton and all that good stuff. Back when VR was more of its in its infancy. That was also LA Noir VR. That's why Takahashi is Takahashi, that's right. Robot. Identify yourself. Used to be the mod in here too. Yeah, pickings were slim. Pickings are still slim, but pickings were quite slim, and kind of had to take what we could get with VR stuff, so we kind of had to be excited for Skyrim and Fallout VR. Gonna get shot in dorms. How is Skitty a VIP? Oh, you don't have it yet? Skitty's been around for a long time. Skitty's gifted. Skitty's been good. You have gifted too, though, Eldrick, so I actually need to get you that. Skitty subs for like a year at a time too, like some maniac. We should use this guy. Drink the milk. See if marked was run. It was not. Not that anybody would leave anything, but well, of course it's not going to be because that's a key. Now he's got to run key doors now. Yep. Skitty has VIP because he's called me nerd more than anybody else. Holy helmets. That's a 4. It's a 3. Yeah, no, don't make any unwise financial decisions here. That is not worth it. I truly appreciate any support. That is not necessary. I always feel terrible whenever people give subs and then I find out down the road that they're in tough financial situations. Not directly because of it, but just in general. So, no bonks happening here. Nice helmet finds. At least I'm getting that. I'd like to get out now, actually. Bolts. I could actually probably use the WD-40, but I don't want to get rid of anything. I don't think this is actually worth much. So nice for new exits. Passage between rocks and scav checkpoint. Bedivere. Thank you for the gift. The John Pritless.
Reinforcements are coming.
Speaking of unwise financial decisions. What's up, Stormtrooper? You're never gonna recover from this financially. Like, yeah, how you're gonna miss out on so many dragon stones because of that. We've talked about a footsteps redeem before. I'd need to get, like, I'd want to do a pack of those. Get, like, one that's bushes, like, moving through bushes and whatnot. Actually, I don't think I wanted to go up this far just yet. Flying Bacon as well. Sorry for the, for missing you. Thank you for the follow. Counting it as a tip for the Battlefield server. You already, gave me 10 bucks for that, didn't you? But thank you. Oh, that one's on this side, isn't it? Is it? That's a dead guy. That's a couple dead guys. This looks like a good spot to be. That is blacked. Make it quick. I do have a Patreon. I'm always, oh, hello, anxious, and I don't like, I don't know, the way to say it. Oh my. Oh my. Just gonna go ahead and yoink some of this. Guard. I don't need you guys. I really need to have another keyboard that has a delete key on it for this crap. A CMS. Don't need. Bandage, go away. Vaseline. Wires aren't gonna do anything for me. But yeah, that stuff makes me anxious. Long story short, I don't like. I feel dirty promoting myself. Like I actually got an advertiser offer the other day. That's not the typical like piece of crap. Raid one, and I was like looking into it, and I feel anxious about that stuff because I don't want to cross that barrier with any of you guys because it's been 100% just First off, ad supported is lame no matter what already, but just like asking any more other than watching feels dirty. And like reaching out with a Patreon and stuff like that. I don't know. I've had a couple people find it naturally on their own, and they've given on the Patreon. And then they realize that I don't make enough content to warrant it, and they take it away. But it exists. Fuel conditioner. There's a whole bunch of nothing here. I don't care about the rubles. So, yeah, I have a 60% keyboard. Scan the axe. Oh, that's one of the... Nah, I'm not gonna worry about that. What's up, Wolf? Oh. Yeah, I really like this 60%. I didn't think I was gonna adjust to it well, but... Yeah, I know, Eldrick. Lost every gamble. You haven't given enough subs, Bedivere. That's why you've lost all your gambles. Haven't you learned? You're at 60k, now you're at 0. Yeah, I do miss the keypad. I miss the F row, actually. Not having that for Tarkov or Eve is painful. Not that I play that much, but I'm glad you decided to hop over, Wolf. Alright, yeah, we'll be cutting over. Ooh, good find. Alright, let's get the heck out now. We're cutting over to H3. That is a successful run. I had the, I have plenty of cheese in my stash, and I have the grizzly on me, so I don't see a need to have that cheese. I'd rather have the flashlight for future.
The enemy's looking for you. You should wait before trying to make contact.
I think I just saw the email. Yep. Papa John, $1 patron. Thanks.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
Yeah, just finished. Yeah, I know. It's more of a personal thing. I just got to work through anxiety about promoting Patreon and things like that. It's a goal for this year. But alright, I am going to swap over. That was a really nice scav run. Swap over to H3. So, give me about 10 minutes or so. I might have to mess around with my camera a little bit more to get it working if it doesn't cooperate immediately. So, cross your fingers if you want pet cam. You're never going to financially recover from that, Papa John. Alright, catch you guys in a few. Papa, I can see what you're writing. Lady Jedi pet cam is always the best part. I get it. I don't have to rub it in. That Lady Jedi's gonna go explore the basement to try and find the cat. Settle down. No, I have the bikes covered up because the black cat likes to get up and scratch the leather and destroy them. We've already lost 2 good bike seats to that, and I don't want him to destroy my seat pan for my 550. Stream, cool. Thanks for the $1.69, Papa. Make sure all this is working. Do you guys like the exploring the basement to find Mister? That was a good pet cam. Yeah, he likes to hide in the rafters in between the sides of the basement. We also have cardboard everywhere, so I apologize for the mess down there. I'm getting a couple last second things sorted. Actually, that would be under control panel, would it not? Viewer reward should be here. Channel points. Turn these guys back on. Jess, if you had those paused or something too, if you're still here, could you unpause those? I don't know if that's something separate from what I do. And I just need InstructBot, because I always forget about InstructBot. Who should now be automatic? Send a message, send a message. What's up, Derp Man? Yeah, Mr. is his name. The cat is the child in the basement. Yeah, there's a cat door on our basement door, so they're free to go up and down. That's where the litter box is and everything. So he was not confined there. I think he just gets warm and hangs out in the rafters because it's cold down there. Or if we have company, he's there permanently. We'll see if it's working or not. So yeah, we're gonna try out that shotgun character. Yeah, especially because it's been increasingly warm recently. So yeah, no camera again, and I don't know what's going on. I'll spend some time troubleshooting that this week. I might have to remake my scene or something. I don't know. So that's working. The redeems are working. Cool. Why is it so hard to beat Hold 5? Strictly because of the agiles. Looks like that might not be good. Thanks, Alice. You have a good day too. Let me make sure my audio stuff is right, because I don't think it is. Input doesn't matter. Index for out.
LMG mounted and loaded.
Alright. Should be working. If not, we'll see. Cool. Morning, Semper. Hello, hello. Alright, let's see here. Do we even have room for this? Did he not load? Oh no, he didn't load. That's not good. Do I have my logs? Carry all. .deli. All rounder Randy. I wonder if I have too many. Failed to load setup for character. And I wonder if I have too many characters. I wonder if I like overflowed that. That'd be my first thought, because I have so many in there. I'm not sure. Yeah. Cool, Serenius. Yeah, I have my waters. Let me... If he'd be under Meme-tastic, I'm going to try to restart after deleting one character real quick, so bear with me while I do that. You... Properties. Oh, I always go. This is one extra step for some reason. Nah, I didn't want to stop that. Dude. Good job. Good job. That's the easiest way. So let's ditch Strafe for now. And Lady Jedi is enthralled that pet cam was a success today, especially after yesterday us not having any because of technical difficulties, so I wanted you all to know that. Alright, let's try again. Turn signal is still up, right? It is. Is Dragon Breath good, and also are there flechettes in the game? Dragon's Breath can be good. It's stronger than what it used to be. I think it's more effective in some of the meme characters, like against the zombies and whatnot. Flesh targets, obviously, too, because they'll catch fire. Flechette is in the game. Yes, yes. But yeah, we'll see what this does. If not, I just caught this last minute. We have the XM8 to check out too, if that loads. I never know how to say or what to say for your name. Eel, what's up? Not too bad. Day's going okay. Terrible morning of Tarkov, but that's Tarkov. I had way too much luck with it last night getting through reserve with putter, so I was due. E36 and fancy furniture. There's an interesting story with all that. Like, a bunch of money wasted with that platform, wasn't it? Let's see what this does. Pistols, modular core. I've never seen more than 12 characters. I don't know if it would just start overwriting on top of the profile picture, I guess we'll call it, but are tracers good? What are incendiary rounds? What tips? Tracers do a fractional less amount of damage than normal FMJs because some of that space is taken up for the composite to actually cause the tracer to happen. Those are red or green depending on if it's US, NATO, or Russian rounds kind of stuff. And incens, it depends. I mean, you always get AP incens. So yeah, looks like that just didn't load. Lame. No shotgun character then. I'll have to figure out, maybe I need to update something. I could have something that's out of date, but we won't worry about that now. We will. I have no clue. Just takes and holds now. This is always a mess. Do I not have an ampersand? Takes and holds. Alright, let's go real quick. Actually, we'll do this. Maybe we'll just do a rookie random on classic. I forgot to turn item spawner on. That's what I wanted to do. It's gonna be one of them, isn't it?
Uplink
it is.
Successful.
Gonna be one of them. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Item spawner. Good. 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 It's the Well-Rod pistol. Yes, it was added this most recent
Uplink successful.
winter event.
Target system detected. Take it.
Excuse me? What? I literally turned the item spawner on. Probably hit the wrong item. I'm rushing too much. On. No clue what I'm doing today.
What's the big hurry? That's not like you. Take your time.
No
Uplink
clue.
Successful. Target system detected.
Alright.
Take it.
Next is to find out where the heck it's actually at. If it even loaded. I would assume it'd be under assault rifles, AK-50 lights. Maybe it didn't even pop in. I wonder where that's sitting. Might have to check the Discord for that. Custom category in rifles, pressed next in the bottom right corner. Custom category in rifles. I must have some things out of date. So neither of those are working. Terrible. What a pain. All the mods are broken. What am I gonna do? The horror game? Didn't do it already, so just Outlast 1. I actually just picked up, I think it's Kobold is the name of it. It's a short VR horror experience. that was on sale that has some pretty decent ratings. So it's going to be that. I don't know when. I keep saying this week. I've been saying that for 2 months. Lady Jedi keeps giving me a hard time saying to just do it. And it's been more of a time energy thing than anything else at this point. Soon TM. Getting all the weirdos, aren't we? How many more do we got on top of that? Ah, good. You're gonna set the chat to emotes only if you don't play the horror game next week. People can stop making fun of me then, right?
Hold this position.
Is that loud enough?
Analyzing system.
Smart palming's so good. So many rounds. Such a nice magazine.
Data extracted. 3 override tokens found.
No recoil at all.
Advance to next system node and take it.
Hey, later, Cole. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, no recoil, but can't see anything behind that smoke. The puff. Do.
What's that?
Such a fun platform to use in this game. Alright, what else do we get? This is disgusting. I hate it. I hate it so much. AP Incense. Oh my. Yeah, this is for the Hyde light rifle, I guess. But yeah. That's a lot of bullets for Thompson. It's a drum for, yeah. I mean, whatever, right? Hate drums. And Ricky Random, though. Takes away the fun. Doesn't help the ammo type we got either. There we go. That's better. Better. So I could time instead.
Interfacing with system node.
Whew.
Hold this position.
Man, lame. None of my mods worked today.
Analyzing system.
Definitely need to do that right, or not right before I pull stream up. That might help a little bit. Maybe. All the little sounds of the chunks makes me think that there's more walking now. Feels like a little bit of an easy dip out there.
Analyzing system.
Huh. Wonder if he didn't have the changes put on him. He pops out kind of easily. Anton adds suction cups. What was he showing yesterday on Twitter? He has a key for the doors now. He uses the wibbly bits. It's ridiculous with the level of simulation he goes into for stuff. How does Gamble work? You get points for watching and chatting.
Advance to next system node and take it.
And you can gamble once every 5 minutes with those points to get or lose some. Those points can be used to redeem sounds. That's about it.
Override token found.
2. Fucking Hammer 1906, 1903. Got the year wrong. Yeah, I don't care for you. Don't need, come on, actually. My touchpad actually dying.
I have a brain injury.
I'm sorry,
My
Dad.
brain is injured.
That's terrible. And I hope.
That's such a, I don't know. I can't believe that line gets used so much. It's interesting. When can you spend Mosins to give me an actual Mosin? Well, if I could get InstructBot to properly read Streamlab points like it advertises to do, but I haven't gotten working yet, we could actually make that happen. That again is one of the, I want to spend time and work on the mod for integrations, because that's gotten stale already, for sure. Speaking of, am I even focused? Probably not.
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts!
Was not. There we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, I need to do another stream where we work on that. There we go. Perfect suppressor for this too, actually. Surprised the laser even clears it. Quiet, quiet. Hey, later, Papa. I did right before we started. If that was 15 minutes. If not, after this run, I'll do my next hydrate. This is a cheating.
Hold this position. Analyzing system.
Cool. Now I'm being properly held to my redeems, literally 1985, right?
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts!
That had some trajectory to it.
Huh?
I didn't know that it actually tracked if I was looking up or not.
Hardened encryption detected. Neutralized. Encryption neutralized. Advancing to next system lane.
Sector clear.
Analyzing system.
Yeah, I liked whenever we had the glitch, just like how suppressors scale up for a while, the Picatinny attachments would too. We had that stream where we put the giant EOTech and air horn on the minigun. Some of the goofy glitches that have come out of this. Some more the Carl character for those slow-mos.
Advancing to next system layer.
And I'm not sure what. It's probably just an
Analyzing
inherent override or something. Like, because I'm sure the suppressors have some sort of setting where based on, there has to be a scaling checkbox. I'm sure it was a simple fix. But I forget what he changed to cause that. Oh, maybe that's what it was. He was, wasn't that whenever he was making some changes to add the barrel attachments that had Picatinny rails on them, so it was probably inheriting that scale change that the suppressors and normally got and passing it on. Because the initial item you put on didn't scale, but anything you attached to it did. I think that's what caused it.
Hold successful. Data extracted.
That's one of the best parts about H3 is how
Override tokens found.
cursed things just happen to get sometimes.
Advance to next system node and take it.
What? For serious? Oh, goodness. Oh, why me, buddy? Huh?
Just start whipping guns at him. These magazines are so large and they don't seem to hold much. So weird that that doesn't lock back on the slide. Gross. Better. Just nobody say it. Just ignore it. Don't make them mad. Perfectly disgusting suppressor to go with it. The first actual modular accessory got. That's kind of impressive. Usually we're through several more by then.
Check this.
Sounds like the wind blowing through a cheese grater. I missed a little bit of what was being said there.
Why do I always get the boring posts? Huh? What's going on over here? We need to pick it up.
Override token found.
Cool, cool. It's very hideous, isn't it? It's the test to see if Skitty's still watching. You don't say the word, but if he freaks out about it.
I'm gonna take my 15
Override
minutes
token
now.
found.
When we get here, Paralite. Nice to have a stock or something. And we don't even get a front rail on him. Yep, we are on Rookie Random right now, so we just get some cheap random weapons. Excuse me. I do need to hydrate.
Dang it, this out. Roll in my healing breath. Ow.
The fire rate is so ridiculous.
Interfacing with system node. Hold this position. Analyzing system.
Skitty's vomiting all over the place.
Advancing to next system layer.
I haven't used my lever action in a while. Sounding a bit weird. Yeah, you can spawn lock grenades if you're playing on a spawn lock character. Yep. I've had that comment a couple of times in the past few days. The sound's been getting weird.
Wonderful.
Thank you for the follow.
Stealth encryption detected.
Miami P1.
Encryption neutralized.
So it's not doing anything against the helmets and armor now.
Next system layer.
He did.
Analyzing system.
Lamp, sorry. Yeah, a bit tough to read. But thank you. I mess up everybody's names, so. Or Saiga 9. It's so satisfying catching like the corner of their cheek and watching their head blow up with something that shouldn't be so easy to take out the armored ones. Or under the chin like that. I have no idea how that one got hit.
Data extracted. 5 override tokens. Advance to next system and take it. Override token found.
AWM.
Blue plate special. Over there.
Can't bolt today. Cannot bolt today. I must have cycled one time extra. Still had a good round in there. Just ammo.
Override token found.
What do we get? 76251, right? This is one of those SGs. P762, yeah. Single fire only. A weird side charging handle, and that's an odd sight for it, but... What's up, Java Games? Why did they remove the hold open on the AK-12 prototype? There was a lot of difference between the prototype and just the normal 12. I remember somebody saying the other day that by the time it got out of prototype, it was really just a different furnitured AK. It didn't have a lot of the original differences.
Override token found.
What a fun round. Got rip for that Glock.
Over there.
Yeah, I don't even know why I rolled this. Literally don't. Oh my, the enemy count seems so tame compared to what we played yesterday. More Carl. Character's so crazy. Thinking I could point shoot that for some reason. Carl is ridiculous. It's such a crazy character.
Interfacing with system node.
Absolutely no cover. Cool.
Analyzing system.
You do get a shield. Using the shield effectively in that situation is... I think I got hollow points, didn't I?
Stealth encryption detected.
Yep.
Neutralize it.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, crap. 2 of my guns are worthless. Perfect. I have no idea. I rolled some terrible stuff. What's up, Spoonfed? I did not notice the shells. I really didn't.
Oh
That was
boy,
funny.
Here I go killing again.
That was funny. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention when I rolled all that. I made fun of the enemy count and then proceeded to die, so I deserved that. Grabbing a drink. Yeah, I don't know what happened at the end there. I had just reloaded that mag, but I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, exactly. It was karma. Alrighty. So yeah, I guess we'll just stick on the modded branch today. Carl again, I guess. Whatever. While we're at it. I'm gonna regret it.
Uplink successful. Target system detected. Take it.
P350 by Bauer. Gonna need that. That's always broken. I remember when Anton said he was gonna add the Winter Wasteland map. He bounces between projects and ideas. Last he said that I heard, it was supposed to come this update, but there's so much happening this update now that I don't know. With all the furniture and stuff, it's working on a lot. Ah, laser grab, yeah. Always forget about it. It'll be ready when it's ready. And it'll be awesome when it is. Need to mix this enemy count with, like, Pistol Percy or something. Actually, Pistol Percy had a whole ton. Now that I think about it. I forget that this is a 40 and the capacity sucks.
Tis only a flesh wound.
Override token found.
Alright, shotgun to start. Flechettes. Don't quite like that. It's a 45. Is it now? I thought it was a 40. It is a 45. Well, that's why the capacity sucks even more. Why did I think that was a 40?
Huh? Yeah. Dang it! Oh dear. Even. Oh, goodbye, cool. Oh, wait, helmet. Gonna get ya. What's that? Oh, why me? Huh? Yeah. Huh? Let's see.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Too many. Thank you for the follow. Zippy random. Thank you. Yeah, the shield's good, but like, after so long, it just becomes cumbersome. I like how this one doesn't trigger correctly in slow-mo because of the double action. Thank you, Metal Maggot, for the Prime sub. Welcome. How are you?
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts.
That was good. That was good.
Encryption neutral.
Perfect landing.
Hold successful. Data extracted. 3 override tokens found.
Oh my.
Advance to next system node and take
I
it.
was trying to like juggle and push it away. Too much going on.
I always get the worst shift. Coronation! No! Darn it! Well, this is expected.
Override token found.
It is fun reloading with this shield though. For sure. Pistol again.
Chew on this. Yeah.
So freaking many. Not to mention the gang war happening out there. We'll go check the other one.
Oh, well then as well.
Hi Richard, how are you? Welcome back. You were here yesterday, right? Oh my.
Yeah, shoot.
Third party. Let's go check that last one.
Oh, goody. Got me fair and square.
Oh wow, the friction actually holds it while I'm moving here.
What's that?
Well, not well enough to reload, but... There goes two. One of them went off.
Oh, shoot.
Don't need... Bruh. Constantly. Alright, I'm gonna re-roll one of these. And I don't have enough. Now I do.
Override token found.
There we go. Review down. 30 rounders? Nice. Always good. What do we get? APs for you. And you're still FMJ plus Ps. You're unspun here. What's this character about? This is inspired by CJ from San Andreas and some gang wars, but really it's just chaos. High enemy count with a light Grand Theft Auto theme under it. As you can hear, the wars going on out here. Come on.
Analyzing system.
I'm not too bad. How are you? AP is a little bit overkill for right now, but we'll take it. We have a drop too, we do.
Static connection detected.
Perfect accuracy.
Encryption neutral.
Thank you for the follow, spoon-fed.
Advancing to next system layer.
One's got some good
Wonderful.
knockout potential. I like it. Thank you as well, FX Goth, for the follow. Seems like they're all stuck in that wall, the hallway. Always have been on this one.
Damn, that was a good one.
Oh.
Over there.
Neutral.
There's literally everything happening at the same time
Data
there.
extracted. 4 override tokens found. Advanced system node untaken.
I'll get you next time.
Mag upgrade SMG.
Override token found.
Don't have an SMG yet. We didn't even get a, Oh my. Oh my. Yeah, there we go. We didn't even get an assault rifle yesterday when we played this character. Nice to have some sights, though. We just need bullets. Tracers would be better. Hollows. Sure, why not? What time do we start? Been going for about 3 hours now. Did my 2 hours of Tarkov in the morning, and then we're an hour into VR. H3VR. Can't believe it's already gonna be July next week. Hollows on this seems just mean. So very mean. Come on. There we go. Yep, Spoon. CJ from San Andreas. Some of the weapons don't quite fit, but the gang wars and icons and all everything else do. Ah, I remember him. He's the one who doesn't die.
I love to reload during a battle.
Ooh, that's been a while. Yeah, that dude can see through walls. Oh my. If I'll be able to actually do this. Probably not.
No hard feeling.
Can't even see.
It's unlighted now.
Come on. Bolt's going the right way and everything. Should be easy.
The ones where it balances. Oh, that was a ripoff. This isn't gonna work. It's not gonna work. I got nothing. I got nothing for you on that. We'll do this.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
There. It's a can opener. Call it that. It's the closest you get. Thank you for the follow. Gubber Dreng. Goober Dreng or Gubber? Guess Gubber. It's an U, not double O. After thinking about it, it would be fun and easy to get the Reload talent show together. Oh man. You're gonna make me actually think about this again. That would be cool. A little bit more of a obtuse tournament. The trick is if it has to be done live, that's the tough one. Because finding ones to replicate consistently. It'd be like a run. Like if you're playing or you're watching X Games and they're doing the skateboard runs, you get best of 3. So you can have one that's terrible and it's not a big deal. Literally everybody's going.
Override token found.
Yeah, why not? Gas grenade, that's weird.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Yeah, the reload redeem has a really long cooldown. Forget what it exactly is. Well, nice if I had one actually out and ready to go when I came around that corner. Almost. Yeah, flashbang actually killed some of them.
Double down.
Grab the front.
Advancing to next system layer.
It's over there.
Like how they just random Uzis drop. Guess to guarantee that you get something.
I'm out of gas.
Dude. I wonder I couldn't land that one, so picky. Thank you for the follow. No. Terrible. Shand, thank you for the follow. Gross.
Hold successful. Data extracted. Advance to next system node and take it.
The sword and the stone. is stuck. Hey, later on, Eldrick. Scrapper seems more manageable than Carl. In certain ways, yes. I think part of Scrapper comes from the item management, the difficulty, so.
Override token found.
That's good enough. Yeah, rocket launcher's just gonna get me killed again. That's what happened yesterday. Yeah, free points. I'd have to haul them out. Meh. I'm just here to shoot. The weapon pool really doesn't seem to be like crazy here. I don't even need a ton of points. So sad when the maxims are in a pool.
Override token found.
To haul all of them around and whatnot. Are there even reroll stations around? Come here. I don't even have any room. I got no room. Yeah, the tactical reloads can bite you as much as they can help. Depends on how the game's feeling and how efficient you are, and depends on what gun you have as well, because some of them are a little bit easier just with the magwell clearance, but some of them are real picky. It's so fun. Literally could do that all day on one of the good guns. Well, what bullets do we get again? APs, shotgun tracers for that. Good with what we have. Yes, this is CFC. Yep. Get character picture for Wilt. I need to reinstall.
What's that?
Willard.
It's all gotten so dark now.
Gyrojet rocket pistol. What's that from? What gravity do I have set for physical objects to help you do cool reloads and whatnot? I use Playful. It's just been the default on here. I've never changed that on purpose. Realistic doesn't really, I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me. But that may just be because I'm so used to Playful at this point. Yep. Oh, no release. Ah, of course. Shoots real little rockets. It's a real gun. Interesting. I've not heard of.
All's well that ends well.
Yeah, if this on like limited ammo would be something else. Being forced to use single shot. Boy, is it fun when you do hit the shots, though. Come on, man. Essentially a recoilless rifle with a magazine. Cool.
Analyzing system.
In flashbang, you must use Discord light mode for 30 minutes. Actual masochism. So many. Holy crap. Did that actually even go through them? Oh, Forgotten Weapons has a video on it. I have to check it out. Yeah, I don't know how anybody uses light mode in like anything anymore. Other than to purposefully prepare themselves for nuclear holocaust. Like, the only other excuse is you're gonna be looking directly at a nuclear blast.
All successful. Data extracted. Advance to next system node and take it.
Yeah, I don't let the stuff with people saying that they're gonna go watch another streamer bother me. Like, if it's a dig, then whatever. I don't care. Just an attention grab, I'd assume. Maybe it's them just trying to see if there's anybody else that watches it in here. Why the heck not? Do we even have any reroll stations? Okay.
'Tis only a flesh wound.
We're good. Rip and tear. I don't know, Skitty. I couldn't answer that question for you. That's the actual question.
Override token found.
As we shoot our millionth hot dog across a 2-year span. Whatever. Something else. Alright, I somehow still have health after that. You're telling me that there are streams that don't involve shooting hot dogs? Rumored. Just rumors. Nothing's been confirmed. We now know that we're waiting for the new H3 take and hold wipe to take place, right?
Analyzing system.
This is really just the absolute most and best chance to shoot as much crap. I should try this on a different map. I know I tried on Worst City, but that doesn't run well. For me, at least. I do need to... Maybe if I drop my frames down to 90 from 120.
Advancing to next system layer. Analyzing system.
Tarkov reference, yes. Oh, the flashbangs. shot 2 people through the window of that. Oh no.
Encryption neutralized. Advancing to next system.
Too much. Do you use a VR that has to connect to a PC? Yes. Valve Index uses a PC. If you want to play this game, you have to play it off of a PC. It does not exist on a standalone headset. It is too... Physics requires too much CPU power for things like a Quest to pull that off. One of them dropped health for some reason. Resourceful.
Static encryption. Neutralized.
Wonderful.
Only one.
Encryption neutralized.
Oatmeal.
Hold successful. Data extracted. 5 override.
How do I feel about the door breaching? What's up? I want to die.
Advance to next system
Cannot wait.
node and take it.
Really cannot wait.
Returning to interface.
147. Wiley has a good score. Yeah, a bunch of 147s. We would have got not bad on that. 4th? 5th? Or no, 3rd. Would have been 3rd. Let's give that a shot on a bigger map. We'll see how it runs.
Mission
Before that.
complete and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
Let's give my poor PC a chance to catch up. Hey, Cole Subtle, thank you for hanging out. Busta, straight Busta. Give me a couple seconds here to catch my breath. Dust City 2. I don't know if I have both of those installed. Nope. I must have hit the button on the bottom of the index. There's a button there, right? I think so. Oh my. Oh my, no, don't add everybody. Yeah, Island Compound too. Yeah, that's from Ravenfield. The guy actually made that map. Brought that over to H3. Has been one of my favorites. I lived. Yeah, I know you won't. Oh my. What are we at? So what do we have for maps? We have Dust 2 City. Oh my, Hotel Hotlink would be way too. And then we have Worst City. Worst City was kind of ridiculous. Dust 2 City is a little bit more open. We'll give this one a try. We'll see. I've heard good things about Ravenfield. Jive Games, I use the Valve Index. It's expensive, but it's the, in my opinion, best headset that's currently available all around. There are some that do things better in one or two areas. And the controllers for this aren't perfect either. But sadly, we don't have the best headset that exists. That's why it's expensive. Hate reloading pistols with the Quest 2 controllers. Yeah, the index is kind of the same. Certain pistols and certain magazines, the 1911 and the extended magazines come to mind right away.
Target system detected. Take it.
They are a pain for sure. Take that. Ooh, a nade. So that only must have been a Molotov. And I get an FNX Let's go. What's up? Super stoked about this. Suppressor height sights. Thank you so much. I love it. And it's in black, yeah. I just need my Venom Vortex to show up. Did somebody seriously redeem that? Right there. All it did was smack off of the riot shield. Nice Night Monarch. Nade would have been good there too. Squeak, squeak.
Could definitely be all the drugs. Like all the best off I'm on right now. Woo!
So fun. I love doing that reload. It is an expensive one. Forgetful Trash, thank you for the follow. Hello and welcome.
Guess I'm out. Well, this is expected.
Sounds like there's some up above. Alright, what do we get for our opener? Shotgun again, suppressor. I'm actually gonna save points on this. I don't think I'm gonna bother. There he was. This isn't running too bad right now. He just fell up the stairs. I'm always immediately reminded of if you roll up the stairs in Metal Gear Solid 2, you can fall up them. This isn't running too bad. Then again, we've also killed all of the Sosigs right now, so I can't wait till one of those gets up to the full 45 count.
Interfacing with system node.
Need to make another one that spawns even more.
Analyzing system. Hold successful. Data extracted. 3 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
Whew, okay. What's up, that one person? What's a gunplay like in what? Oh my, they're all up top. Yeah, this shield definitely is more useful than I gave it credit for originally. Settle down, holy crap. We gotta go up there. There we go, there's a ladder. Oh, I just want to go to here apparently. Ew. Thought I can go the whole way up. I'm gonna go here and then walk up. No! I think I felt my trigger break right there.
What was up with that black rectangle?
Too far? Perfect. Nope. For those two. Oh my, the sight line's up here. Oh my. Alright, what do we got? Shotgun again. Those are the only ones we're getting. Yeah, bit of render issues up here because we're drawing so much.
Investigating.
This is worst city. That's better. Oh, so the Suomi, is it? The KB31? Type 100. Nope, I don't know any of them. Oh goodness, yeah, the lag. Big lag with all the ones that have spawned now. Holy crap. Yeah, actually unplayable. I like this. This is what happened last time. It got so bad. Slow-mo on top of slow-mo. It's like not even counting my pistol is in my hand. Yeah, I think if I hang out in the, it's not lagging the actual stream, is it? If I hang out in one of the supply points too long, it does this because it keeps spawning more and more. This is what happened last time. Try to power through this best I can. This is as much reprojection as you're ever gonna get. Holy crap. Ooh. It's cleaning up. There we go. I don't know if it's like a sight line thing or what. And now it's perfectly fine. Interesting. I don't know what causes that. Just stand in front of it. Yeah, I'm getting to the hold. So many.
Override token found.
Blue plate special. Order up.
Interfacing with system node.
Yep, and I cleared it.
Hold this position.
Yep.
Analyzing system.
Come on. Gotta remember that the Type 100 has the curved mag.
Static encryption detected.
Whatever.
Neutralize it.
Oh, this is one has the bugged. Am I on an old version? I must be on an old version. Rip. Yep, no way I get through this. Bugged. This must not be updated. Maybe that's why I lag. Oh no, come back. I also just better hands that away.
Or system hack will fail.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Encryption neutralized.
Yeah, I hit the better hands button and my FNX is now not part of this game anymore.
Analyzing system.
Later, Jive Games. You know, that ran... I must have to grab a newer version of that. That shield does definitely help, though. It does help. Alright, I got like one more in me. What do we have that we can rip through? Balsa. Silent Sully, Pistol Percy. Anywhere we can do Pistol Percy on.
Snake!
Yep. Yeah, the FNX just went away. It said no. No, thank you.
Uplink successful. Target system detected.
Ooh.
Take it.
Maxim 9 with terrible baby Glock mags. I think we still have a way up here. Yeah, we do. But yeah. We'll see if I can manage to get any time to stream this week. Would love to. Such a quiet pistol.
Override token found.
Get that, hey, he's back, but with the wrong magazines. Get that horror stream out of the way.
At least I'm not a chicken.
Nice map for Pistol Percy, at least. I don't think I've ever held here. I literally have not.
Analyzing system.
Yeah, this is I think people like kind of picked up on this after they stopped making it. I could see that one being one that ends up costing a good bit down the line, I think. I might be thinking of a different weapon.
Nap time! Wait! Coordination.
Encryption neutralized.
Oh, those are broken. I don't think they were.
Hold successful. Data
So fun.
3 override tokens found.
What do you think about the new door update to be implemented? How do you think it would change up things? It's going to be a lot changed up. I'm interested to see like what the context is going to be for it. Like, I have no clue. He's already stated that it's not going to be put backwards into anything because the doorways and levels have to be built a specific size. to accommodate that stuff. So yeah, whatever he's working on, just in general, I'm stoked to see those 3D printed rounds. It looks like Maxim 9 again, same magazines. Can't even see them when they're there. Probably a little too far. Or not. That was fun. They do not like to stay on each other. Must have weird colliders on them. Cool. No worries. Anything worthwhile in here? Suppressor, please and thank you. Corded, that's gonna be too big. Yeah, I don't know how well like the rescale is gonna work. I feel like that would break a ton of stuff because it seems like they're picky as is. I'd imagine rescaling that stuff would just break it. I'm sure people are gonna have fun with them in the mod side of stuff once all that comes out. We're supposed to be able to play with them next week, I think. So
Interfacing with system node.
we'll get to see. We will definitely spend a ton of time with them. I can't even go out in the hallway. Save all my mags on the table. This reminds me of a room in Siege. I love the bullet holes. They're so much fun. Them being added. That and the bullet sounds whizzing right past you. Two of my favorite changes.
Wonderful. System layer.
Pistol Percy, yep. Thank you for the follow. Spider Dead. Spider Dead? Oh. Jiggle peeking. And he's gone. Surprised there's nothing on the backside to worry about. Needs Sosigs swinging in on repels. Could you imagine? I saw like the modding community is like working on cars now. That's ridiculous. I'll have to check that out. Is there a mod for the holy hand grenade? Not that I'm aware of. Ooh.
Override token found. Override token found.
Ah, proper magazines. If Skitty's still here, if something he uses a Glock magazine, does that gross as well, just by association? How about the boxes are just thrown around in here? Yeah, it's definitely out of left field. I was not expecting to hear anything about that kind of stuff.
What's over there?
I remember someone saying at some point, like Sosig Technicals. As wrong as that is, it sounds hilarious. Come back. He disappeared.
Override token found.
Make the ATF mad.
Greasy folk with weird machines on their face.
Override token found.
Do 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 do. What's up, Raccoon? Name of this map is Hotel Hot Link.
Think fast, chuckle nuts. Double down.
Jerks. Yeah, I'm wondering why the colliders are so picky on these. Just the shape of them or what?
Interfacing with system node. Hold this position. Analyzing system.
Ooh, across the rooftop. One of them is seriously laying a smoke grenade over here. I mean, Sosig Metal Gear Rex technically exists. We have Metal Gear Granch, was it?
Advancing to next system lane.
Oh, did it just disappear? Yeah, it does. Interesting. Oh no. They do not know how to handle that situation very well. Ooh, might have to cut this one short. I'm starting to get a little bit woozy from the frame rate, I think, in the last map. I don't like messing around with any kind of motion sickness. Yeah, the reload's a little bit on the easy side. In my opinion, it's like right as soon as you get there, I like them to have a little bit of, you have to get the collider incorrect before it triggers the rest, but the only other real issue I have is the angle of the top bullet in the magazine. The sounds are very good though. Yeah, because the top bullet faces kind of forward when it should be tilted up a little bit. Yeah, so it has this weird feed to it because of that. But it's perfect otherwise. It's been fun to have the FNX finally in here. How nice of them to wait. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I'm not feeling super great. That lag on Worst City really had me. So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out today. Hey, Skate Rocker, no worries. I'll try to be around this week at some point during the evenings. If there's a Tarkov wipe this week, I really want to stream that. Compete with everybody else is doing so, but been having a lot of fun playing that. So thank you guys, as always, for hanging out this weekend. Have a good week. Take it easy yourselves. Peace.